Hello everyone, and welcome back to Toro Models. Today it's a bit of a special one. It's an unboxing day, but it's an unboxing for a new range of diorama accessories which have just appeared on the store. I have a limited range from RT-Diorama, which many of you know, that's a very highly respected brand out of Germany. RT-Diorama have been expanding their range over the last few years, and I wanted to get a limited range to begin with onto the store. I'm hoping to expand that over the next few months if it's possible. So I'll tilt the camera to the bench as usual, and we'll have a look at the range of new diorama accessories from RT-Diorama. See you in a sec. Okay everyone, here we are at the bench. So the latest one in the RT-Diorama range is this guy. I'm going to show you the quite impressive box art to give you an idea of what you get in this box. So this is the lower ground weed set, which they put together. 1/35th scale. You get 15 plant patches, as they call them, in this set. As you probably noticed, it's in the Swift vegetation range, which assures, I think, everyone that it's going to be finely detailed, finely designed, and of course extremely well printed. So let's have a look at what's actually in the box and get a clear idea of what kind of weeds you could use for your dioramas. I'll put that there. So you get the usual leaflet inside the box. This is a couple of things. It's give you some safety precautions to pay attention to. After all, this is SLA resin, don't forget, which is highly toxic and also an irritant. If you're going to be handling these kinds of materials for a length of time, the advice is to wear gloves. Also, if you're going to be machining this in any way, it's probably unlikely with this, but if you have some of their other models and you are going to go at them with, say, a grinding machine, like my grinding pen, for instance, and you are going to create lots of dust and debris, this kind of material, you do not want to be breathing that in. If you are going to be doing anything like that, have a think about some kind of desk extractor. I've got one on the store which you might want to have a look at, which pulls that material into the filter and away from, obviously, your face. If you don't have that, just a face covering is usually good enough, just to make sure you don't breathe any of this stuff in, which is not a good idea. Also talks about curing parts. If you feel that you need to cure them a little bit longer, you can literally do that into sunlight, leave them in a sunny patch, and they'll cure. They also talk about detaching parts. We'll talk about that in a second, and also how you could finish parts if you need to. This stuff as well, of course, is quite fragile, so if anything does get broken or you want to add to it, you can stick this stuff together with standard super glue. This leaflet I've scanned in, and it appears as an image on all of the products which have a sort of 3D printed materials. You'll be able to see and read the full details of this when you want to. So let's have a look at what we get in these ground weeds. So let's do that, and let's do that. Now you get 3 lots. Now the box tells us that you get 5 clover plant patches, 5 creeping buttercup patches, and you get 5 ground ivy plant patches. Now you can see they are literally patches of weeds and other kinds of plant life. Now if I look at the surface detail on these, they are very good indeed. Let me just show you this one. Let me just try and rotate that so the light reflects off the surface, and you can see the individual weed there, the individual leaves of the weeds, which have been modelled in patches. You can imagine infinite levels of versatility for these on dioramas and vignettes. If you want to raise the detail, instantly, a patch of this painted up extremely well, you can see how that would instantly raise the precision, the realism of the model that you are creating. So that's that one. Let's have a look at this one. I mean, they're all equally impressive in their modelling, and of course equally impressive in how they've been 3D printed. Yeah, very nice indeed. And the final one, which I think is the yeah, that's the ivy. That's how they model the ivy. It's a very, very versatile, this one in particular. If you want to put some, you know, some, say, ground ivy on anything really, if you're modelling you know, derelict buildings, for instance, that kind of thing. Even a small vignette, you know, something like this, just raises the detail. Now, you can see that these come in a sort of cage to help protect them in transit to you guys. That's quite easy, but of course if you have a look at the edge detail, it's very difficult on camera. We're trying to get these off the surface. They talk about in the instruction leaflet to either immerse these things in warm water or hit the support with a hairdryer just to soften them a little bit. These look pretty robust to me. You'll be able to snap these off their supports quite easily, but don't just grab it and pull it, because you will do some damage to the upper surfaces. It's kind of how you want to approach that. You could certainly cut these off with a craft knife and some fine nippers, you know, definitely. You might want to have a think about ultrasonics. I talk about this with pretty much all these videos. It's something that certainly for 3D printed materials, those kinds of machines could be very interesting indeed. So if you're thinking about that, or you want to sort of step into that kind of world, and you're going to be doing a lot of 3D printer say dioramas or vignettes, removing these with an ultrasonic is child's play, because the ultrasonic just literally goes straight through the resin. I've reviewed a couple of machines fairly recently. I'll link to those in the description so you guys can check those out. But yeah, very, very impressive, these three, particularly the ivy, the individual leaves I could see on here. You know, the texture and the detail is you know, it's quite astonishing. So that is the low ground weed set. So you get three different kinds of weeds in the set. Massive amounts of detail. You know, instantly raises the detail and the storytelling of your diorama or your vignette. As always, guys, if it's possible, do subscribe to the channel, and if you can, hit the bell icon so you don't miss any new updates. Best way of keeping up to date is the newsletter. So if you haven't already, do nip over to the store and sign up for that as soon as possible. That's where I announce all new tools and models. That's particularly relevant for RT-Diorama, because if you've already seen on the store, I only have a limited range from their catalogue, nowhere near their full range at the moment. I will be adding more to that range over time, and I'll be announcing the new models in the newsletter first, even before I make these videos for the YouTube channel. So if you want to keep bang up to date with what's coming to the store, then newsletter is the best way of doing that. Now, if you do have a question about this guy, or indeed anything else across the store, do drop me an email. That's the best way of reaching me. I'll come back to you as soon as I can. And of course, guys, keep on modelling.